Yo, what's up everybody, Angelus here. Welcome back to yet another Marvel Rivals video. And in today's video, we are doing a complete masterclass guide on the character Magneto. He is a Vanguard slash tank. And in my opinion, he is probably the best offense and defensive tank in the game. But yeah, I've been putting a lot of hours into this game, getting multiple characters to Lord status, so I can make guide videos on them, because I don't want to just make a guide video on a character I don't have a lot of game time with. So we have this video, which is the Magneto guide. We're going to do Namor, Punisher, and I am currently working on the Invisible Woman as well. So Sue Storm, we're going to be making a video on that as well. And if there's any characters you would like a full breakdown guide on, just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get to those. But anyway, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and have those bell notifications turned on so don't miss a single one of these Marvel Rivals videos. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace out. Alright, so as you can see, I am Lord status with Magneto, have a level 1670 on this character currently. But yeah, I have 33.3 hours on this character with a best KO streak of 36, so have dropped a nuke with the Magneto, Eric Lenscher. But yeah, as you can see from this list to the left here, we have my main, the Black Panther, and then we'll be making other guide videos for the Punisher, Namor, Doctor Strange whenever I get him Lord, and then I'm going to be doing the Invisible Woman after that. Alright, so the first thing I want to go over with Magneto is his settings. So you can utilize YouTube's 0.25 speed to slow this down if you want to, but the main thing you need to take from this is his reticle. So make sure you do get the reticle from this settings part. So I'm going to start going through it. Here we go. Here's the reticle part. And make sure you do get every single bit of this. The only thing you could pretty much change from this if you want to is just the color. I like blue. I think blue is easier to see. You could do green. Do not do red. People who use red is crazy. But yeah, just any of these colors besides red, and you're pretty much good. All right, so first things first, we are going to go over his entire move set. So this is more of the beginners part of the video. If you want to go to the advanced section, just look for the chapters and you can go to whichever timestamp it's at. And also, it also should be in the description below what timestamp the advanced tutorial is, but we're going to start here at the beginner's guide. All right, so this is his right trigger move. This is the move you're going to be using the most with Magneto. So this move actually has splash damage, so right at the end of his shot, it'll explode, and you can hit multiple targets with this attack. Now, this attack is best used at the 25 meters range, because whenever it hits the target, it'll explode, doing more damage. So if I am going to do the splash damage next to this target, you can see how much damage that has done versus me hitting directly on. You can see the difference of the damage. Now, say there was multiple characters in one area, you could decide to shoot one, or you could shoot like in between them and then start attacking both at the exact same time like this. Now, I said 25 meters is the best range because if you move up to like say 20 and you try doing it, it's going to go past the targets and you're not really going to get anything out of this move if you miss your shot. Because if you're at 25 meters and you're trying to track your target, you're trying to hit it, but you slightly miss, you know, you're still doing damage to the target. Now, one thing I do want to say about this attack, especially with this crosshair I have on, if you see that bottom blue tick I have, as long as the bottom of their character model is touching that bottom tick, you will hit the target if they're, you know, standing still. So if they're standing still right in front of you, as long as that little tick is at the bottom of their feet and, you know, the circle's at like their head area, you're going to be pretty much hitting your shots. And I also am going to show you a cool way of knowing how to track with this character here in a second. All right, so if you have a target moving from the left of your screen towards the right of your screen, you want to have their head or their body in between the left tick of your crosshair and the circle. If they're moving from the right to your left, then you want the right tick and the circle having their body in between it, and you will constantly track them as long as they are in between. All right, so I'm going to show you on these little Galactobots right here. So as long as you have the left tick on his head, when he moves to the right, you're going to pretty much hit him. He's moving from your right to your left, just have it to where that tick is on his head or his body, does not matter. So you'll see, it was just hitting my shots, and then going like this will hit, and this works up to that 25 meters, as I said. So waiting for this Galactobot to respawn. All right, so now when you have an enemy flying up in the air, this is a really cool thing you can do with this crosshair as well. So if you have an enemy flying from the right to the left, if you have them in between your bottom crosshair and your right crosshair, like this, you will track them. So when he changes directions and he's going like this, have it in the opposite box and you'll track. So just which either side they're going, just have it to where they're in between the two crosshairs and you will hit your shots constantly. So if he's going this way, have it like this and you're going to hit your shots. If he changes directions and he's going this way, just put it in the other box. Now moving on to his next set of skills, this is his abilities tab. We're going to be working our way from the bottom up to the top. So if you look over there at the bottom right hand corner, it says magnetic descent. Hold A to fall slowly. I don't really see a real need for this besides it just looks cool. I mean, there's no real benefit of doing this at all. I mean, maybe when Jeff spits you out and if he just shoots you up in the sky trying to eliminate you, you could use this to try to like fall slowly and get back to the map. But there's no real, benefit of having this move in my opinion. All right, now moving on to the next ability, we have Mag Cannon. Convert the iron rings on Magneto's back into a mag cannon and launch a metallic mass forward. Higher stacks of rings increase damage, and full stacks knock back enemies. Alright, so this is going to be your second most used ability on this character. Alright, so as you can see on your screen, you have these 3 bars that are filled up purple. Now when you hit left bumper, as you see, it drains it and it starts regenerating. And there's also no rings on his back after you do this. And every time you gain a bar, a piece of metal joins on his back. And when you've got fully charged up, it looks like that. All right, so when his back looks like that, or he has the 3 bars filled up, that's when you know your mag cannon is ready to go. So if you hit a target dead on with this attack, you launch him back, quite a bit of distance, and then you can attack from there. Now, a cool thing about this is if you land the mag cannon when it's fully charged and then immediately hit right trigger, it comes out like immediately. So I'm going to hit the left bumper and then hit right trigger. As you can see, you just comboed those 2 attacks in, and it does quite a bit of damage. Now, you don't want to go spamming this move at all, because if you do not have the rings, fully charged, you will not have the knockback, and it doesn't do as much damage. So, knocked him back and shoot, but then if I go with 1 bar and try to hit this guy, he doesn't move, and it does just a little bit of damage, and not as, much as it could when it's fully charged up. But yeah, benefit of this move is if you are getting pressed by, say, like a DPS or another tank, you can get them off with this move. So if I got like a Wolverine up in my grill right here, he's trying to mess me up, I just have to hit the mag cannon fully charged, launches him backwards, I'm attacking as I'm backing up, throwing shield up, just staying away. And also with this move, unlike your right trigger, where this thing only has a max distance of like 25 meters, this, you can pretty much shoot from any distance and you're gonna hit your target. And as you can see, does quite a bit of damage. So say your team's in a big fight and you're coming off spawn, I mean, might as well just launch it. I mean, you're not going to be at the fight for a while because you move kind of slow. So it's a good way to just throw out a good little burst of damage to try to hit somebody at range, try to help your team out. Now moving on to his next ability, we have Iron Bulwark. Conjure an iron shield around himself. Damage taken will transfer into rings on Magneto's back. So this helps out with getting mag cannon back. All right, so this is his B input. So if you hit B, it will throw a shield around you. Now you are invulnerable for the time of it being up, but what's really cool about this is if anyone puts a bunch of damage onto your bubble and pops it, it will automatically regenerate your mag cannon for you and allow you to immediately use it again and have that knockback effect. So if I use the mag cannon on someone, and then I pop bubble, and then, it gets popped by just a bunch of input. Like, those were 2 shots from this Galactica bot, but if I was getting a bunch of damage onto that shield, I would immediately get it back as soon as it pops, and then immediately, able to go right back into the same combo again. So now the times that you need to be using your bubble is when you are either very low and you need to get out of the fight. So say I'm getting a bunch of damage put on me, I'm very low health, I'll pop my bubble and then start walking backwards, hoping that my team, will start healing me as I'm walking backwards. And, as you're, bubbled, you can still attack. And if you have mag cannon available, you can use it to push them away. If you're bubbled up and they pop your bubble, you can then shoot them even further away and try to get to cover. So that is a really good evasive tool that Magneto has to keep himself alive. So, you're attacking, you need to back up, you bubble, they pop the bubble, you have another, mag cannon ready to go to shoot them even further back to try to get that pressure alleviated from the Magneto. All right, so now another way I'll use the bubble is if I'm trying to get aggressive with certain characters to try to eliminate them. So I've got Luna Snow in front of me, for example. I'll start with the right trigger into Mad Cannon, and then go with the right trigger again since it's really fast, and you can see how much health she's left with. Now, if she's got some people around her attacking me, trying to get the pressure off of her, I can just bubble and continue my attack. And if they pop my bubble as I'm putting all this aggression on, I immediately have Mad Cannon again to then push them away and then try to get out of the fight. So you can use it to get in, and then you can, dip out from there. So you use it as an offensive and defensive tool. All right, now moving on to his next ability, we have Metal Bulwark. Conjure a metal shield around a chosen ally. Damage taken will be transformed into rings on Magneto's back. All right, so now this move is just like his B input, except for being on himself, it goes to your teammates. So this is a really cool feature Magneto has. Now this is your right bumper input, and once you utilize this, you will not be able to throw the shield on yourself. So if I go to throw it on one of these guys, you will see there's a countdown on both of them on the bottom of your screen. So you can't use a bubble on yourself once you have delivered it. Now this move is really good if you have like a Black Panther, Magic, Psylocke, Spider-Man, Iron Fist, any DPS that's going to go out and do a lot of, pressure on the backline, or just they're going to be diving out, putting a lot of backline fights. It's really good to pop a bubble on them when they're first initiating into a fight, because then it makes it to where they are not getting damaged going in, and they can start doing what they need to do. So it's really good offensively to throw on your DPS, and this move is also really good defensively. So say your DPS is going in, attacking, and they're very low and they start coming back. You can bubble them coming back. Say your supports in your backline are getting dove on by a Spider-Man, Black Panther. You can then turn around as you're fighting and then throw a shield on them, and then it makes it to where, they can survive and not take all this damage from backline pressure. This move is also really good at saving characters from, like, say, ults, or allowing other teammates to perform their ults without being taken out of them. Like, say, Scarlet Witch, for example. Her pure chaos, ult that she does is very slow. Everyone knows it's coming, and how many times have you seen a Scarlet Witch try to go for an ult and you just turn around, look at her, and go, delete her, and then go back doing what you're doing? It sucks. But say you got Magneto with you, and he's watching the Scarlet Witch, or he hears the chaos, and he turns and looks for her, and she's up in the air, and as she's popping it, boom, there goes a shield around her. All the enemies are going from attacking her to, oh crap, and then they're trying to run away, and by then it's too late, and you just confirmed her ult for her. You can use it like that. There's a ability here you'll see later for the advanced tutorial where Magneto is a perfect counter for support ults. If you see a Magneto on the other team and he's trying to kill your support with his ult, you can then use this to shield, your characters, your teammates, and make it to where they don't get taken out while performing their ults. And now one thing with you shielding your teammates, if, for example, if they're going out and trying to attack, or, you're shielding a teammate coming in and the enemy is putting a lot of damage on that shield, that acts as the same as if you were, bubbled yourself and they pop it. So as long as your bubble pops, it could be on your end, or it could be on your teammates or on you. But yeah, as long as it pops, you'll get your Mag Cannon fully recharged back. So it doesn't matter if you put it on your teammate or not. If they pop that bubble, it's going to immediately replenish it, and you can utilize it again. So say you've got Mag Cannon ready, you bubble one of your teammates, you pop your Mag Cannon, the bubble pops, and boom, immediate Mag Cannon again. So something that's pretty cool with the bubbling of your teammates. All right, now moving on to Metallic Curtain. Change the magnetic field around to form a metallic curtain, blocking all incoming projectiles. So this move is your left trigger. You cannot hurt me. A really good defensive tool for ults. So say there's like an Iron Man, a Scarlet Witch, Namor, anyone that pretty much goes for an ult, you can throw this bad boy up and it'll block it. So the Iron Man's launching his maximum pulse. You just look at it, you can throw it on the ground, and if it hits your shield, it completely negates it, makes it unusable. Scarlet Witch is doing her ult, you just walk right up to her, and then boom, negates it. Just makes it to where they can't use their ults. But yeah, this does not last long at all. I mean, if you throw it up, it's like 3 seconds, if even, that it's up on your screen. And you can see like the bar on the right-hand side of my screen right now. This is the shield recharging itself. So you don't want to be using this a whole lot. Only use it when you need it, because it does have a bit of a cooldown. And yeah, you want to be able to have it when you need it. So say I'm getting pressured by a whole bunch of people, I can throw the shield up, walk backwards. You know, as soon as it goes out, I can then, you know, mag cannon, push them away, bubble myself. As soon as this gets destroyed, mag cannon again. And you just kind of want to combine this with your shield around yourself if you're getting massively pressured and need to back up. So say there's like a group behind or a group in front of me and he puts a wall behind me. I'm not getting any heals. I know that there's a wall behind me. I can try to push them away, bubble, try to combine them, you know, as soon as it pops, you know, whatever you need to do to negate, or you can, you know, interchange them like I showed before, where you throw your shield up as soon as it goes down, throw your bubble up. So another time you should be using this shield is if, say, you're playing with another tank and he's very low, and even though you bubble him, he's just getting melted. You can then try to walk up to him and then shield to get, you know, your tank back to a healer. What the fuck was that? Has anyone ever heard that noise before? Okay, I've never heard that sound effect in this firing range before. That is trippy. I'm so glad I was recording because I have no clue what that sound was. Does that mean I've been in here too long? Like, I don't know. Now, for another example of a good time to use this is if, say, you know, these two guys are very low. I can only bubble one of them, so I'll bubble, you know, the furthest guy out. Throw a bubble on him. I'm going for him to come back. I can then put my shield up on this guy, try to, you know, walk back with him and get him some health. You know, utilize your shields like that is another way you could use your shield and your, you know, your bubble. All right, now moving on to his last ability, we have Meteor M. Draw in all materials around to forge an iron meteor that deals massive damage upon impact, absorbing enemy projectiles, can enhance the meteor's power, yet overloading it will cause it to self-destruct. So this is your ultimate ability, is your left stick and right stick being pushed in at the same time. Your Fear Magneto. That is your ultimate. And as you can see on the ground, it leaves a big AoE, and yeah, that is his ultimate ability. Now what this does say in here is that it will absorb enemy projectiles and it can enhance the power of, you know, your Meteor M. So if you look down at the ground when you do this, there's a ring around, okay? The higher you go, the smaller that ring gets. And anything in that ring that shot, you know, projectile-wise, will get sucked up into your Meteor M. So the lower to the ground you are, the more distance coverage you will be able to suck up things into it. So if I'm higher up, it's very low. If I go down lower, as you can see, that circle widens, you know, pretty big. Now, what's really cool about this is if, say, an Iron Man does his maximum pulse, and then you do this, it completely sucks up maximum pulse and allows you to take all that damage into your Meteor M and then throw it back at him or at his teammates and get a big old team wipe. Now, a time that I would not pop this move is when there is a Punisher. If a Punisher is popping his ult, he will pop your bubble so fast. You, like, as soon as you go up in the air, all the projectiles he's shooting will immediately pop, you know, pop your Magneto ball. So I think it's like his first rocket that hits it, like, automatically just overloads it. So as soon as you pop it, you have to, like, throw it because it will get destroyed that fast. So probably don't want to use that whenever Punisher's ulting, but, you know, if you got to, throw it immediately. Like that. Just that same speed. Because it will blow up if you hold on any longer. And now in the advanced tutorial, I will show you how this is the best, like, counter ult in the game, in my opinion, when it comes to countering characters like Cloak and Dagger, Luna Snow, Invisible Woman. This is the perfect character and ultimate to counter all the support characters when it comes to their healing abilities and their ults. Now, going over the last thing on the list, we have his team-up ability with the Scarlet Witch, and which is also his daughter. For those of you who don't know, Magneto's children are the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Fun fact. But yeah, it's the team-up ability with his daughter. Scarlet Witch can infuse chaos energy into Magneto to enchant his great sword. Upon receiving the chaos energy, Magneto can unleash its full force, striking down enemies with his enchanted great sword. So what they're talking about is this. This is your melee attack. So if you click in your right stick, you just push it in, you get this. This is his sword. If you're up close to an enemy, you can click it and do damage. Now, the team up is your Y button. All right, so this adds a Y input to the Magneto. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, there's now a Y category there. So this goes in hand with his melee attack. So, you know, as it said, it was talking about sword. When you do your right stick where you push it in, you get your melee attack. This is what is enchanted, is that sword. So when you hit your Y button, you've got this. You could throw them very far, like very far. Like, I can hit that target all the way over there. You know, it's a little bit hard to, you know, try to get that that range on it, but most of the time you're doing it at a distance to where you can actually hit your shots with it. But yeah, you just hit your Y button. You can mix it with the cannon, try to launch people back further. Yeah, this is a really good attack on the Magneto. Basically, as I said, makes him into a DPS. I think this also gives Wanda like a 10% damage boost. So that is the Scarlet Witch, you know, ability for having Magneto with her. Okay, so this is if an Iron Man does maximum pulse at your team, you can literally intercept it at the goal line. So go ahead and launch it.
Maximum pulse.
Suck that right up. And they can use it to throw out the enemies. Now, go and hit it one more time. I think this puts it at 90 charge, which is like borderline breaking. So as soon as you intercept his blast, you need to pretty much throw it. So go ahead and do it again.
Maximum pulse.
Yeah, it's like 80. Yeah, so it's right there at the line where, you know, it's going to end up exploding. So you need to immediately throw the M, meter M, as soon as you intercept it. All right, so now Magneto is a direct counter to the Cloak and Dagger. If the enemy team has a Cloak and Dagger and you are Magneto, you're basically going to piss off their Cloak and Dagger the entire time. So whenever she pops her ultimate to try to save her team or help them out in any sort of fight, and you pop your meteor M, if you hit her on her third pass, you pretty much kill her out of it and her healing effect goes away. So we're going to show you right now. Go ahead. Pop mine. There's her second pass and the third. And she's dead. And as you can see, the healing effect goes away. So if you want to guarantee the kill onto the cloak, just make sure on her third pass, as soon as she stops, you can throw it and hit her. Now, there is a tech with Cloak and Dagger where if you go and use your flight ability, or where you vanish, you can go up in the air as high as you can and then do your ultimate. It makes it to where it's a lot harder for the Magneto to hit the ult, like as you see right here. And that makes it to where it's 10 times harder to hit. 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, it's still doable, but it's just a lot harder to hit. All right, so now Magneto can also counter Mantis. Now, with this one, unlike with the Cloak and Dagger where you pop ult and then you just wait for the third pass, you don't need any projectiles thrown into the mag, you know, or meteor M. So you can literally just wait timer-wise for the Cloak and Dagger. But with Mantis, you have to have projectiles in on your meteor M to kill the Mantis. You have to have 40. So 40 charge. So whenever you see me pop up, there's a bar at the bottom. Once it's at 40, it will kill. If it's anything less than 40, it will not kill. And you have to still hit the target. So Mantis is a fast character whenever she has her ult popped, and it's a little bit harder to hit. But if you do hit her with a 40, you know, projectiles charge on your meteor M, you will kill her. So pop ult and then just start moving and shoot me as well. So once it's at 40, you know, see, I did not hit her. So if you don't hit her directly, it's not going to kill. But 40 charge, and if you hit the Mantis, you will kill her. So if she's not focused on you and other people are shooting at you or trying to shoot within your bubble circle, yeah, you'll kill her if you hit her. So just do it one more time, but stand still. Now you could do this exact same thing with Luna Snow. Obviously, I can't showcase Luna Snow here because if you try to shoot, you know, with Luna, all you're going to do is swap between the attacking and healing. So, but yeah, it works the same way with Luna Snow. But as I said before, with Mantis and Luna, it's a lot harder to hit them with this attack because they're moving all over the place. So if you see there's a Luna and a Cloak and Dagger on the team, I would use this on the Cloak and Dagger instead of the Luna because, you know, it's guaranteed to kill the Cloak. All right, now with the Invisible Woman, it's kind of the same thing. If you get a little bit of charge and then throw it at her as she pops her ult, you'll kill her, or you can just wait till the timer goes up on the Magneto to try to hit her. Now, the thing with the Invisible Woman is she has a ability to double jump away and go invisible. So once she pops ult, she sees that you're trying to do this, she could get away from you if, you know, she's focusing on the fact that you're about to Meteor M her. But yeah, so just the timer can kill the Invisible Woman, but as I said before, if she knows you're doing this, we'll give you an example of what this looks like with her using her double jump to get away from you. So go ahead. Yeah, I have no clue. I gotta guess. Yeah, and it just makes it where it doesn't do anything. There's a little tech thing you can do with Punisher to where you can completely negate the Meteor M. As I am throwing the Meteor M at you, I want you to put your turret down. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, as you can see, Punisher can put his turret down as the Meteor M is coming at him at fully charged up, and it does not kill. It saves him. Somehow. It just saves him. So, that's a way of countering the Magneto, you know. Or if you see that there's a Punisher and you're throwing your Meteor M, you know, you might not want to throw it at him. So, just something to look out for. Alright, now with Jeff the Shark, where he does his little swimming pool of death and he swallows you up. Okay? You can either bubble yourself as he's doing it, or you can bubble a teammate and make it to where they do not get swallowed. A little tip with Punisher as well, if you put your turret down as he's doing that, same thing happens. Nothing. Just cannot swallow. Punisher's turret, just the ultimate counter to everything. I think it even counters maximum pulse by Iron Man. But, yeah, so if Jeff's coming at me, trying to swallow me, I can bubble myself. Oh, shit. It's going to go out. But, yeah, you could either do that to yourself, or you can, you know, bubble a teammate. Say that there's a teammate down low and I see it happening. I can throw my bubble on my teammate and save them from getting swallowed. All right, now with Namor, if Namor goes to throw his ult, a bubble will save you in it. Now do it again. You shield, you'll get smacked. So when it comes to the Namor ult, make sure you do your bubble to guarantee you do not get killed by it. Now with this, you just wait. Yep, just throw it up right at towards the end of it, because you can tell based off the audio cues when to pop your shield up. And yeah, it just negates her, and she can't do anything to you or your teammates if you get up on her. So pop it again. Same thing with the bubble. Bubble will protect just you, but it's better to do the shield to protect your team from her as well. Also, another thing, with the Scarlet Witch, as she's doing this, go ahead and get up on me. You can Mad Cannon. Mad Cannon her away, and then put your shield up to protect your team, just in case. Or say there's a teammate next to her where you just Mad Cannon, you can throw a bubble up on your teammate, save them. Yeah, you get the gist. All right, now with Venom, as he's going for his ult, you can shield and look down at him, and it will not do anything to it. He will still eat damage. So even if you are trying to block it, if you're standing on it, it will not protect you. Do it again. So it goes right through the shield and will hit you. Bubble will protect you from Venom. The shield will not. Pop Eye of Agamotto. So, Eye of Agamotto, you can use your shield. It blocks it and also protects your teammates. Go for it again. Bubble, same thing. All right, so with the Doctor Strange and Magneto matchup, one thing you will see a lot is whenever you are very close, the Doctor Strange will throw up his shield. And one thing Doctor Strange loves to do is they'll go attack, shield, attack, shield. So do your attack and then immediately pop shield after you attack. Yeah, do it fast. Like, you can do it instant. Yeah, so like this. This is what Doctor Strange's will do to you in online matches. And what you want to do as Magneto to counteract this is when he throws his shield up, it's to block you from shooting him. So if he throws his shield up, throw it up, and I'm trying to attack, it does nothing. But say I time it to where, you know, my attacks are hitting him as the shield goes down and we're both shooting each other at the same time, you know, I can immediately go from shooting to melee. So this is what you want to do in this matchup. So do that exact same combo on me again with the shield shooting. This is kind of like the dance that you're doing with Doctor Strange. Shoot, melee. Shoot, melee. Shoot, melee. Alright, now when Groot ults you, and your entire team is now sucked in by him, I like to throw my shield up, try to protect them, and then I'll throw a bubble up on myself to try to get out, create some space. You know. Groot that, motherfucker. Yeah, whenever Groot does his ultimate ability, you basically just want to throw up your shield. Block for your teammates, make sure no one's getting damaged. You can throw a bubble up on yourself and just move from there. Alright, so with the Thor ultimate ability, you want to utilize your bubble. You don't want to do the shield. I'll show you why. So go ahead and pop your ult. So you can see my health bar. Takes me down to 350 health with me utilizing my shield. Alright, now if I pop the bubble, you'll see how much health I'm left with if I pop bubble. Go ahead. 610 health. So you definitely want to utilize your bubble for this one. Do not do your shield. Took 150 of my health away and gave me a vibranium mark. Did I do it again? Like this, no damage, no vibranium mark. So your bubble is a lot better than your shield in certain scenarios. Alright, so one thing you want to really utilize with Magneto is strafing, which is moving left and right. So you can circle strafe with this character, and it really is strong whenever there's an object or a wall to your left-hand side to where you can move in and out of. Because then it puts your body into cover every time you're going to the left. So if you can rotate through with your shots like this, it's putting you to where you are in cover, you know, on the recovery of every single time you shoot. So I'm shooting, I'm into the wall, shooting into the wall, and just going like this. So yeah, just circling it. So yeah, you just go in a circle, you know, shooting whenever you come out, and then the recovery is whenever you're, you know, hidden. So you're constantly coming out of cover whenever your shot is ready, and your team can heal you if you are getting shot. So one combat you're going to see yourself utilizing a lot is a right trigger into mag cannon into right trigger again. So right trigger, mag cannon, right trigger, and then do it one more time for the kill. Now if you utilize this with the circle strafe on the wall, you know, it's pretty dang strong, especially if anyone starts pushing the wall you're on. So utilize this, get the kill, or circle strafing on the wall. You know, you can shoulder peek, see, you know, use your third person ability to see what's out there. Go back to circle strafing on the wall, and just constantly putting yourself in cover. Now, if you start getting pushed really bad, you can use mag cannon, you know, try to bubble yourself away, and, you know, continue that offense. As you see, I'm not utilizing the mag cannon yet because it's not fully charged yet. As soon as it is, immediately use it. Now, one thing I will say with Magneto, this is a very, like, move forward, move backwards type of character. You know, you move forward, you put a lot of pressure on, and then you move backward. You move forward, move backwards, utilizing your shields to either push forward more or to, you know, pull back more. So you just gotta kind of find the right time to do, you know, either a massive offensive push or, you know, time to retreat. So put on a lot of pressure, I'm getting a bunch of heals, you know, can really put on a bunch of forward pressure. Use your bubble as an offensive tool. You know you don't need it, but if the people are running backwards are doing damage to you, but you're constantly getting healed, you will immediately get your mag cannon back to then inflict a bunch more damage on them. So that's, you know, the time you want to utilize your shields and everything for an offensive push versus you walking backwards, making space, and then trying to get away that way. And with this right trigger, you don't have to hold it down. You can just tap it to make sure that your shots land. So instead of me holding it down and doing it this way, I can literally just wait till the correct time to just tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. That way you're not, you know, messing up a timing with your circling, and you know exactly when your shot's going to come out because you're manually pressing it. Alright, so if you have a Black Panther in front of you, one thing I like to do especially is if they miss their dash or they're right in front of you, is to do right trigger, hit, right trigger, distance, and then shoot. So that is a really quick combination you can use to delete, you know, a high health DPS like Black Panther. So I'm gonna show you one more time. That is a really good combination. So you're going right trigger, melee, right trigger, mag cannon, right trigger. Really quick combo. And you can utilize the mag cannon and create space just in case you miss one of your shots. So Wolverine, for example, if he does not have his shields, this is what it will look like. Insta-kill. So if he does have his shields, you're obviously going to have to utilize more of your right trigger to kill him. Or, you know, just a little help from your team will take him out. Now, any of the characters that are like 250 health, you can utilize this combination to pretty much wipe them pretty fast. So you're going to do right trigger twice into mag cannon to right trigger. Kills them pretty dang fast. All right, now, if you have a tank in front of you, this is the combo you want to utilize for a tank battle. So you'll be right up into each other's faces and say, for example, we got another Magneto face-off. You're going to utilize a right trigger into melee, and you're going to do it over and over and over again in any of the tank situations. There is no tank that you will not do this combo with. So with the Magneto, you'll go right trigger, melee, 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 mag cannon. You throw the mag cannon in there at some point, say he's kind of low, mag cannon him out a little bit, and then get that insta kill going. Alright, so I'm going to go over this gameplay I got. This is a ranked game I had just the other day with Magneto. I'm basically going to be you know, just explaining what's going through my head as I'm playing and everything I'm doing. So I'm destroying all the structure right now. First thing I do to make sure that you can see all the enemies, especially when they're trying to hide. I do have the Wanda team up ability, so watch out for that. I do utilize it a lot. It makes Magneto basically a DPS. But so far I've had both of their tanks push me, and both of them are now taken out. So now they have no tank pressure, so now it's just DPS and healers. So we can then start moving up on the map now. So instead of us backing up, we're moving forward because their tanks are taken out. Now I've got my Luna Snow up here with me. I don't know why she's playing that far up. So I throw my bubble out to her because I have no clue what she's doing. You know, being that far up and then having her back turned. But utilizing the sword. Yeah, I have no clue what the Luna Snow's doing right here. But you can see how powerful the ranged sword attack is. The Cloak and Dagger gets a little bit out of position, so I utilize my mag cannon to separate her even more compared to the wall. Now, when you do see those like Loki, like crystals, make sure you shoot them because that's how you get them to go away. As you can see, the tanks are moving back up. Use the mag cannon to separate, get them at a further distance. See the combination I said earlier of doing the right trigger into melee, right trigger into melee. So as you can see, I'm utilizing that in game. Yeah, but this right here, those ranged sword attacks are really strong. Use mag cannon to create distance. Both guys are low, so we're moving up. Tanks down. The enemy team is swapping characters like crazy. Now they have Black Panther. No, Black Panther's probably going to try to dash my Wanda, so I put a bubble on her. As soon as that bubble gets popped, I have my mag cannon back again. Yeah, we really pretty much are dominating them. They don't have anything really pressure-wise come out with. They've been kind of getting just dominated. I could have saved my ult and countered the cloak, but they really have not done anything to get out of spawn. Now, when I was looking up at my Wanda right there, I was trying to put a bubble on her, but because the structure was in the way, I couldn't put it on her. Now, you will have that a lot. I was trying to put a bubble on my Psylocke, who was inside fighting, but someone jumped in front of me, so it gave the bubble to the wrong person. That's an unfortunate thing that happens a lot. As you can see, like the strafing back and forth with the cover. I mean, perfect example. We were just talking about it in the tutorial. You can do it with a sword as well. Just going that, you know, strafing back and forth behind a structure. I see a lot of people coming up, so I bubble myself to make sure I have mag cannon. I saw that the Magneto was looking the opposite way, so I didn't throw my shield up. I don't even think, did I even have a shield ring? I don't think I did. Yeah, you see these crystals, immediately go and shoot them and take them out. Black Panther's pushing. Mag cannon him away. makes it to where you can utilize your strikes at 25 meters the best you can for maximum damage. And yeah, just an onslaught by us. As you can see, bubble comes up. We're protected by the bubble. We just had Luna alt popped, and now it's time to get very aggressive. As I said before, that whole walking in, walking out, knowing when to push versus retreating. But yeah, we're just dominating them right now. Real no forward pressure from the enemy team. But yeah, just utilizing when to push forward and come back. We have Venom in our back line, so I start moving back to make sure that our supports don't get taken out. That's a terrible Black Panther, by the way. Like, terrible. But we're just dominating them. Melee. Strike, melee, strike, melee, strike. Utilize it on anybody. It's really good. And that's my ult up there. Had a Tim moment. I'm just looking for kills right now because we're just farming. See, there's only 40 seconds left. I'm trying to kill farm. Like, they're not even coming out of spawn anymore. See, bubble to confirm for the Wanda. And on Gary's TikTok, the Chodosaurus Rex, there's a lot of clips of him getting bubbled and then popping that all and getting like full-on team wipes. I'll leave a link to his TikTok in the description below if you want to see some of this. Now see, I'm low. Pop bubble for myself to make sure I can get back to my team. Utilize my shield to get back even further. As soon as I see that my health is going back up, cancel the shield and immediately start going forward. That's another thing I really forgot to say about the shield earlier is once you hit it, you can cancel it. Like if there's no one around, you pop shield, just hit the same input and it'll take it away. But yeah, anytime that sword's available, utilize it. Best tool Magneto has. You only get with a Wanda team ability. Keeping a tab on that number, make sure that my M does not pop. And yeah, just utilizing movement and knowing the distance of your shots are just crucial with this character. I think I ended up going 36-0 at the end of this matchup. Yeah, 36-0, 1 assist. But yeah, I do have another ranked game. I'll probably make another video on where I go and I break down the entire matchup. This one, I went 76-9 with Magneto, so that'll probably be... might be the next video we do. Not sure with either I'm going to do this matchup or do my Namor tutorial and guide on. But yeah, 76-9 with Magneto, got a whole bunch of kills and died the least amount of the lobby too, so this was a pretty nasty game for ranked play. But yeah, we'll probably do this one next. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it for the video. Thank you all for joining me. As always, you have no skill and stay dangerous. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.